Alright, so here's what's happening. Got a 2020 Nissan Armada, and recently moved from Virginia to Ohio, and with that in mind, my first concern with doing that was rust and the winters here and the road treatment in the wintertime. So I wanted to make sure that this vehicle was protected from all that nastiness come this winter. Again, it's a 2020. This vehicle came from Georgia. I purchased it probably a year and a half ago. I was the second owner. It only had 21,000 miles when I bought it. It now has 38,000 miles on it. It went from Georgia to Virginia and then now to Ohio. It was in Virginia for that year and a half, and then now I am here in Ohio. And I grew up in Pennsylvania, so I know how the winters can be in this part of the world. So I wanted to protect this vehicle as much as possible from all that winter road treatment stuff. And I bought a kit of 6 cans of the fluid film, just the standard, not the black. You can maybe tell just how incredible it makes everything look. Over there at the other side we have the non-treated. That's just complete natural condition of the frame. So there's no rust in this vehicle whatsoever. It's in beautiful shape. That's how it looks just as is. And then this, of course, is with the fluid film. So I tried to get as much as possible covered. I tried to stay away from all the rubber bushings because the fluid film will or can affect the bushings. It can swell the rubber. So I tried to stay away from all the CV boots, which is kind of difficult with the spray cans. I tried to stay away from all the shocks, the air suspension in the back, brake lines. I just kind of tried to be careful, but not really. So I sprayed in every nook and cranny, every hole in the frame. There's holes all over the place. Up there in the upper control arm, there's a bunch of holes you can spray in. It's just never ending. You can just keep spraying and spraying and spraying. So as for underneath, under here, so I sprayed everything that I could, as much as I could. I removed all the body plugs. These come right out, very easy. Pop those out, stuck the little nozzle up inside there and sprayed as much as I can. There's a whole bunch of those along the rocker here. I removed every one of them. And then anywhere there was pinch welds and the body came together, I got the nozzle up in there and tried to spray. So I did half of this truck. I did all of this side and a little bit of the rear. I did all of the suspension in the back, and I did a little bit of the frame in the back as well. So I did all of that. I removed the wheels, took both of the wheels off on the passenger, sprayed all up in the fender well, pulled out the wheel well liner just a little bit, sprayed the frame, did as much as I could. And then for the doors, you can just simply pop off this weather stripping here. You pop off that little tab. There's several of them along there. And then there's your weep hole where the water would naturally drain out of the door. But you just stick your nozzle in there. It's a 2-foot nozzle. Right here. 2-foot nozzle. It has a 360-degree nozzle at the end of it. It'll spray in 360 direction. So you just feed that right in there, and you can just spray the living daylights out of it. And that's what I did. Along the bottom on all 4 doors, So I did all that. The rear wheel well, front wheel well, this side of the frame, and a little bit of the rear frame, and that was 6 cans. So I need to get 6 more. Oh yeah, I sprayed up in there too. Sprayed inside there as well. So that was 6 cans to do all of that. I just ordered 6 more, and that will hopefully take care of the entire truck. I put it on somewhat heavy, especially inside the frame. I put it on really heavy. So it's a start. Unfortunately, this isn't just something you do once and you're done. It'll be done again the year after that. I think if I have 3 coats of this stuff on here, I think I'll be happy with that. So anyway, that's what we did. As far as applying it, it's extremely easy. Yes, it does have a unpleasant smell to it, but it's not like it's not horrible. It does stink. The interior of the truck stinks like it. Hopefully that will change as things burn off of the exhaust. I tried not to get it on the exhaust, but it's one of those things that's going to happen no matter what. So that's it. We're on our way. I feel much better doing this to protect this thing from rust, because it is in phenomenal shape, and I want to keep this truck for as long as I can. It is a rare and dying breed nowadays, and the 5.6 liter V8 is a proven engine, and I want to keep it. So there you go. Very positive experience with the fluid film. I will definitely be using it again. It was $55 for the 6 cans. And I think well worth it, in my opinion. And just in case anybody caught it, I do have wheel spacers on here. These are Bora 1-inch wheel spacers. I've ran these before and had no issues whatsoever. I like them. They are a solid construction item, and I like them. That said, for some reason, this stud decided to break. I don't know how it happened. I rotated my tires just like I always have for 30 years now. I've been doing my own work, and this one just decided to snap. The bolt, you can tell it may have been when I was taking it off that the bolt bent, but the bolt is clearly bent. It's not straight like the others. That may have happened while I was taking off the nut and it broke. But I was a little disappointed that happened. There's the lug nut. There's the stud inside. So I am not sure what happened with that. And then the other thing that happened was I lost my key for my wheel locks. I couldn't find it. Like I said, I rotated my tires last time and I did nothing different, but apparently I didn't put my key back and I couldn't find it. So I had to find my own method of taking the wheel locks off, and I got them off. And once I got them off, I was taking the wheel off and snapped the stud. So it's a bummer, but I have new ones on order, and we'll get that fixed. But other than that, no complaint about those. Those are good. And one final thing about this, I would be completely remiss if I did not say that the overspray from the cans is just completely nasty. If you do this, you need to have a drop cloth, something on the floor, your concrete, your gravel, whatever, because it makes everything slick. It just coats everything in this very fine, oily texture feeling. So it gets everything, even the tools. I mean, everything I touched. Flashlight, you can see it's very shiny. That's oil. That's the fluid film. It just covers everything. Just so thoroughly. So use your gloves, use your PPE, even an N95 mask. Cover the floor, because it will get things covered and make it slippery and oily. And then if you wanted to clean it on the concrete or pavement, then you'd have to use something like this. This stuff works really well for concrete, getting oil and grease off of it. That's not an advertisement. I used it on this floor because it was absolutely covered in motor oil. It was black. It was nasty. So this stuff cleaned it off really good. So I'm going to have to use that on the floor now because I didn't put down any plastic. That was just me being in a hurry. So do that. Take the time, cover whatever you're doing, wear your PPE, and it feels nasty. But good stuff. It does the job. All right, that's it. Moving on.